Okay guys, thanks for clicking on me again. Let's go ahead and finish with the installation and the completion of the sound test, okay? Let's get going. All right guys, my Glowforge finally arrived. It was on the porch when I got home. I quickly decided to look for damages on the box, and sure enough, there was some damage on one of the corners. In fact, there was a big hole on the bottom of the box. So I quickly called Glowforge to document it. They said to go ahead and unpack it and give it a try. I opened up the box and I saw that there was no damages to the machine itself. It was pretty well packed. I then put the Glowforge on the table that I had prepped for its arrival. I then finished plumbing my external exhaust fan to the exhaust port of the Glowforge. And if I say so myself, it looks pretty darn good sitting on the table next to my computer station. I now wanted to do a quick check of the exhaust fan flow. So I turned the fan to maximum speed and I went outside to examine the louvered vent. As you can see, the louvered vents are opening up, indicating that air is being pushed out of the exhaust fan. I then put a piece of paper towel in front to see how fast the air was being pushed out. As you can see, that air is coming out fast and strong, looking really, really good. Now it's time for the fun stuff and to start learning how to use the Glowforge. My first project was to print out the Gift of Good Measure keychain that comes free with the Glowforge. I ended up uploading the SVG file and cut out the little tool. I was very impressed. I then bought Adobe Illustrator and I learned how to create vector files and I learned a lot of other things. So now it's time to get busy and test the audio levels of the external exhaust fan. Okay guys, I went ahead and generated a quick little test cut so that I can turn on the Glowforge to test the internal fan. First thing we're going to do is we're going to measure the decibel level of the quiet room. Decibel level is about 52 decibels, which is really quiet. So let's go ahead and hit the print button and let's kick on the Glowforge fan. Okay, the Glowforge fan is kicking on. And the decibel level is 77. I can tell you right now that there is a high frequency pitch to this sound that's not very pleasant. In fact, I'm talking, but the pitch of the fan sound is very annoying, and I'm not really digging it too much. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and let this job complete, and then I'm going to do another test with the internal fan turned off and the external fan turned on. Okay guys, I'm back and I'm ready to do part 2 of the test, which is to test the sound levels of the external AC Infinity fan. First thing we have to do is we have to go to the Glowforge software, click on the 3 dots, we'll have a drop down come down, and there's one item that says Glowforge air filter attached. We want to go ahead and make sure that's enabled, and we can now turn on our external fan. So now that that's done, let's go ahead and go to the fan switch, and we're going to go ahead and turn this fan on to maximum level, which is 8 clicks of the button, which puts it into maximum speed. Alright, you can hear the fan spinning up. Right now I can tell you the sound level of the external fan is already a great deal better than the first test. Let's go ahead and take a decibel reading. Decibel reading is 68, which is about 10 decibels less than the previous test. Okay, let's go ahead and hit the start button, get everything working, and then we'll do a true test of the external fan. Okay, right now it's printing or cutting, and The sound levels are very, very pleasant to the ear. I'm getting a reading of 69 decibels. There is no high-pitched frequency at all. There's nothing annoying about the sound coming from this external AC Infinity fan. I rather like it. Okay, sounds great. I think I can live with this. All right, here are my conclusions. First of all, the internal fan of the Glowforge. I found the internal fan of the Glowforge to be loud. It also had a high frequency kind of whining sound to it. It almost sounded like a whole bunch of angry bees just buzzing inside the unit. And it was just basically unpleasant. Since my office is rather small, I couldn't see myself working in that room with the sound being the way it was and also that high frequency pitch. Now, when I turned off the internal fan of the Glowforge and I turned on the external fan, here are my findings. I found it to be a lot quieter. In fact, it was about 10 decibels quieter than the internal fan. It also had more of a muted sound, which was a little bit more comfortable to the ear. I almost compared it to a pleasant white noise sound. It was just pleasant to the ear. So in conclusion, internal fan loud, annoying. External fan alone, very pleasant to the ear, and I can see myself working in that room for long periods of time with the external fan going. So with that said, guys, I hope this helps you determine whether or not you need an external fan. I know I did. I'm happy that I put it in, and happy Glowforge, and we'll talk to you guys later. Right? You even stayed in the room, didn't you? All right, let's go. Come on.